During the 1920s, after women had won that right to vote, they reveled in their newfound independence. Changes in clothing mirrored changes in social conventions. Shorter hemlines became the rage. Never before did women wear skirts so short. Women's knees were revealed for the first time in fashion history as they wore flesh-colored stockings to show off their legs. All of a sudden, it was passé to be demure. Thrill-seeking flappers drove automobiles and smoked cigarettes. They bobbed their hair, painted their faces, and plucked their eyebrows into thin lines. They used words that made their grandmothers faint. The newest craze was the Charleston, and the flapper really knew how to do it. And here is my favorite flapper, Sarah. Sarah is wearing a beautiful example from that era. Her dress is a cream sateen with a halter neckline. It has a triangular yoke, and at the end of the hip line lays layers and layers of fringe. Notice her wonderful flapper shoes. Satin shoes with a T-strap and a squash heel. Also in that nod toward flapper fashion, she's wearing her brow-hugging headband. And the dress underneath is going to show you what real flappers looked like. Back in the 20s, a boyish silhouette was the desired look. Flat chests, believe it or not, were quite in vogue. And this dress with its halter top certainly would set the pace for that fashion trend. It closes in the back with lovely self-covered buttons, a very elegant and streamlined look. Thank you, Sarah. Treva's going to show us what ladies might have worn attending the senior center back in 1927. Treva's wearing a lovely blue shift dress made of Georgette crepe. It has all the characteristics of the flapper era. It has the irregular hemline adding to the design flair. The neckline is bateau, which is very sophisticated and also features Rochelle lace. Typical of the 20s, Treva is accessorizing with a felt cloche hat. And notice her wonderful satin shoes. Again, we see the little squash heel tied on with beautiful satin bows. Perfect for a meeting, an afternoon tea, or perhaps even a church outing. Thank you, Treva. And here's our little Pam on her way to the beach. In the 20s, women wore a fairly voluminous two-piece tunic and knickers when they went to the beach. They were called bathing suits because they were not used for swimming. These suits were made of 100% wool. And you ladies know how heavy wool gets when it's wet. Swimmers who went too far into deep waters were known to have drowned because of the weight of their suit. And those flappers were turning down their hose, and here we have those turned down long brown hose. How attractive. Pam is also carrying her little sand pail. And if you look close, you can see that it really was her mother's lard can. Mom got out the Felsnafta, washed up that empty can so Pam could use it on the shores of Lake Michigan and play on the beach. And we think we know all about recycling today. Thank you, Pam. Enjoy this wonderful sunny day.